And the final superheat we've all been waiting for. The big boys now come out to play. The senior Rotax superheat will take to the track. And home local Kai Hunter and championship leader will be starting from pole position, with James Loafer joining him alongside on the front row. Then it's Philip Rawson and Tristan Rennie on the second row. Third row will be Lorenzo Cordal, the second seed from last year, joined alongside by the 8th seed of Thomas Wood. Scott Mackerel and Pearson Bullock Carter on the 4th row. In the 5th row, rounding out the top 10, will be Stephen Dunker and Callum Kinder. Then it will be Jack Lilly, Angus Scrivener, Alex Duncan. A tough weekend so far from our 3rd championship runner of Lucas Ellingham. Then it will be Charlie Pritchard, Isaac Lord, George Hunter, Leo Purchase, and on the 10th row of the grid it will be Theo Fedrick and Jack Bate. Then it will be Stephen Napier, Jack Collins, Jay Pearson, Ramarion Ubi, Will Murdoch, Andrew Hughes, and on the what is going to be the 14th row of the grid, it's Oliver Duffel and Jay Lewis rounding out the 15th row, and the top 30 will be Gavin Dewitt and Benny Chilton. So with that being the 15 rows, there'll be one more row joining us on the rear, and that 16th row will consist of Nathan Guzzi and Kieran Leonard. Around as the green flag is waved, the senior Rotax will finally make their way onto the circuit. And we have another shout out there from Matt G for Jack Collins. So as all the drivers now start to form up, it's not long before we get underway with the action here. As everyone slows it down, we can see the drivers pinching the fuel pipe, trying not to oil up the engine as they go around the final couple of corners. That's the last thing you want as a driver on the formation lap. So around the final corner, down the straight we go. Do we go green first time round? It's a great formation there from the drivers, probably the best of the weekend, and we go racing. The clock will start ticking down. 10 minutes of action here, but a terrible start from the inside line. An awful start there from Kai Hunter as he finds himself dropped down into 3rd position. Tristan Rennie there looks like he's got himself up into 2nd as James Loafer crosses the line first from 2nd position. So there in the mid-pack there, that looks like that's going to be Lorenzo Cordal, the 2nd seed from last year, trying to battle for a few positions and looking for a few moves. As we go down the back straight, down towards Gasworks, look over the shoulder there, and it's Kai Hunter on the inside, making up another position as he gets himself into 2nd now. Lucas Ellingham making up a couple of positions there, squeezing his competitor wide on the exit of the Gasworks hairpin. And around through paddock bends we now go. James Loafer leads the way from Kai Hunter, who initially dropped down into 3rd. He'll find himself in 2nd position. Tristan Rennie is now dropped down into 3rd. Once again, the 5th seed from last year is still fighting strong up at the front end. So Lorenzo Cordal applying a lot of pressure there on the driver in front of him. The number 2 is currently sitting in 6th position with Philip Rawson in front, but Philip Rawson's not in front for very long, actually loses out on 2 positions there as Cordal and Bullock Carter are both able to squeeze through in the 2nd of the center S's. But Kai Hunter, he won't sit around for long, I can tell you that already, as he dives down the inside to make another move. He'll get himself back into the lead of the race. Started on pole position, dropped down a few, but it didn't take long for him to find himself back in the attacking position as one driver goes off, and that's Lorenzo Cordal. Lorenzo Cordal pulls off the circuit, and it looks like he's retiring from the race. So Lorenzo Cordal didn't quite catch what happened there on the camera. All we saw was yellow flags out there at post 7, and Cordal pulls off on the exit of Gasworks Bend, unfortunately retiring from the race. That's such a shame for what has been a great weekend from Cordal so far. Has to pull off the circuit and unfortunately retiring from this race so far. So out in front right now, Kai Hunter sets the fastest lap of the race last time round. I think it's fair to say that that's no surprise right now. James Loafer doing a good job to maintain 2nd position for the time being. I'm sure he'll try to hang on to the back of Hunter, but with the pace that DHR is putting down on the circuit, it's definitely going to be difficult to hold on to the back of him. We're having a look at the battle in the mid-pack here. That's Lucas Ellingham, Scott Mackerel, and looks like that's going to be Philip Rawson. What a start it's been here from Lucas Ellingham. Started on the 9th row of the grid, now finds himself in 9th position. What's been a difficult weekend for the driver, 3rd position in the championship. He now finds himself fighting back within the top 10, where he feels he deserves he should be. as they go down towards Gasworks Bend. And now down through what is going to be the final couple of sections through the Horseshoe, and now down through Paddock Bend. Kai Hunter crosses the line, already breaking the 50-second barrier of 49.811 is the time that he set on that previous lap. Tristan Rennie, though, only being a mere couple of tenths away from Kai Hunter. The gap is now extending to 0.8 of a second. Around the two center rests as we go up at the front end. There's a confirmation, and there's a confirmation on the inside there from Tristan Wood. Sorry, that's Thomas Wood going down the inside of James Loafer. So James Loafer was in third position. Actually, he thinks he'll take that third position back very much. You can see, Thomas Wood, you've had enough time in third position. Now I'll take it back, thank you very much, says James Loafer, as he gets himself back into a podium position. Thomas Wood didn't last very long in that third position. He feels he has the pace to be in front, though, and I would not be surprised if he tries to go back in for remove as soon as possible. With 5 minutes 30 left on the clock, there's been a crash on the final corner. Marshals rushing to scene, instant red flags. Red flags are out on the circuit, so we'll have red flags out as one of the drivers has had an incident on the final corner, and that will be tended to straight away. All of the marshals will rush to the scene, and any medical attention necessary will be given to the drivers. As yeah, there's the confirmation. Red flags are out on the circuit. Let's just hope and pray that all of the drivers involved in that incident are completely okay. The drivers will come to a stationary stop on the circuit, and we'll have to slow down to a halt. With only 4 minutes and 30 completed in this race, it looks like the race will be restarted. I'm guessing from the same position that we were when the race restarts, obviously before the race stopped. So drivers pull up to the red flag, pull up to the stop position as signaled by the marshals, as the incident is sorted out and hopefully cleared up very soon. Very scary to see here. Thoughts and prayers are with the drivers that have been involved in this incident. I can tell you now that the drivers that were involved are Gavin Dewitt and Will Murdoch. The 172 and the 93 had a collision on that final corner. But as this issue is resolved, we're going to take a short break here, and hopefully by the time we come back, racing is underway again. Green flag we go, and racing is underway once again. As everything is cleared up, we will go single file restart here for 5 minutes 30 of action-packed racing once again here from the senior road tax. Kai Hunter will still lead the way from Tristan Rennie and James Loafer, closer than ever on these top three right now. Kai Hunter had done all of the tough work to break away from the field, but now all of that work undone as a couple of drivers going wide there. That looked like that was Thomas Wood being involved there. Just running a little bit wide and over the curbs and grass. He'll regather himself though, and he'll continue on straight. Watch out, James Loafer in third as he's trying to have a look at Tristan Rennie. Rennie trying to hang on to the back of Kai Hunter though. Hunter, the fastest car on the track by far right now. The only driver that's the only one of three drivers that has broken out of the 50-second lap time mark. A 49.811 is the fastest lap on the circuit right now. Obviously that being held by Kai Hunter. Tristan Rennie still sitting in second position right now. James Loafer towering over the number 5 right now. Only 2 tenths separating the two of them. 2 tenths separating our leaders as well. Keep an eye between the top 3 right now, as nothing really changing. Hunter trying to pull away, but not quite working yet, as Rennie is in the slipstream. You can see battling in the background. That's the number 24 there of Stephen Duncan trying to make a move. He looks to the inside, but that's already covered there by Philip Rawson. Lucas Ellingham also pulling away from that battle. Ellingham, after what has been a tough weekend, he really has taken advantage of this restart. Finds himself in third position. Angus Scrivener got past Philip Rawson, to get himself into 6th position. But Stephen Duncan still applying pressure, diving down the inside. That's an issue there. An issue for James Loafer. The driver in third position on the track has to pull off the circuit. But Lucas Ellingham, this is absolute golden news for him as he now finds himself in 4th position, challenging for 3rd as Scott Mackerel's in front of him. The number 16 on the Synergy chassis. Is he going to be able to hold on to 4th for long? It's all working well for Ellingham as after what's been a heartbreak of a weekend, struggling with chassis and struggling with finding the right lines and power. It all came together at the right time for him. The superheat is the necessary time that he needs to get a good result. We can see a huge train of drivers all squabbling for position in the mid-pack as they all go past the line up into the first corner. We can see there, that looks like that was the number 75. The 75 of Pearson. Bullock Carter trying to hold off from Isaac Lord in behind him. Bullock Carter also putting down the pedal, trying to catch on to the number 24 of Stephen Duncan in front of him. There's an overtake in behind, and a little bit of an argy-bargy move there from the number 9 as Jack Lilly gets past Philip Rawson, but also squeezes him onto the grass on the exit of the first of the Senna S's. Parking it on the brakes right now is the number 29 right there. Sorry, that looks like that might be, yeah, no, the 29 parking it on the brakes. That's in the mid-pack. A little bit further down, that's Philip Rawson. He's already lost enough positions. He's in 10th right now, and he's not looking to lose any more as he parks it on the inside apex of every single corner possible, stopping any other driver from having an overtaking opportunity on him. Kai Hunter out in front of what seemed to be a rocky restart of the drivers being able to hold on to the back of him. Tell you what, Kai Hunter proving why he's the best around this circuit. 2.1 seconds is the gap that he's already managed to extend over the rest of the field. With only 1 minute 30 left on the clock, Ellingham still bowing down pressure onto Scott Mackerel in front. The number 16 doing a great job, though, of holding on to the position that he's in right now. 3rd position would be a great result for the number 16, and I'm sure he would think so himself as well. Down the straight we go once again, a head down there from the number 41. That's Angus Scrivener. So we know that was Isaac Lord, the number 57, just in front of Philip Rawson. Rawson trying to make another move back. He's dropped down into 10th position from the restart. That was a move in the background there. That was Duncan making his move past Pritchard. Kinder trying to follow through as well. Has he managed to do so? Yes, he has. So Alex Duncan we saw also making a move there on Charlie Pritchard. So now he's the one breathing down the neck of Philip Rawson. Down the inside, there goes the 63 and up and over. Oh, and that's upside down there for the 63. A very slow roll. We'll get the cameras off the incident, and I would not be surprised if we go red. We go red flag again. And with there being only a few mere seconds on the clock, I'm guessing that'll be where we call it. A very nasty incident there shown on the camera, unfortunately. We'll hope to see that the driver's okay on that one, as that was a very nasty incident indeed. Any medical attention necessary for the driver will be attended as soon as possible. But a dramatic final superheat here for the senior Rotax class. So with that being the end of the senior Rotax heat, that's going to be called there by the stewards. We're going to take a very early break, and we're going to go into the lunch break straight away.